Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to another Elden Ring playthrough. So, real quick, we just gotta get the old Twitch set up here. Get my creator dashboard going. Stream manager's up. We are live. Looks good, feeling good, it's doing good. So, without further ado, let us continue with the adventures of Sera Barbera, the strength build. 20, we're in the death-touched catacombs, and we are going to be making some better phone setup, which means we have our chat set up so I can view it. We got our coffee, we got our drink. Right, so why did I switch this weapon? I swapped to it because holy damage, because of skeletons. Holy damage good versus skelly boys. Think I need... Yep, that's not how that works. I did it wrong. One moment. Let's fix this problem. Oh, we don't have... Oh. We need Sacred Blade, actually. Which I don't know where Sacred Blade is, so you know what? Let's just stick with using our actual weapon then. Nope, wrong button. Don't want to rest again. Anyway, as I was saying, I need Sacred Blade. Don't got Sacred Blade, so no point in using the Morning Star, so I just kind of wasted time messing with it. There we go. This is much better. Ooh, instant guard break. Nice. And where's our next skeleton going to be at? Come on. Easy peasy. Sera Barbera has got this. Alright, folks. So, we got a brief pause here. Look at that badass. Anyway, as we have a brief pause here, just a reminder, if you like the content, the channel, the stream, all that good stuff, please consider giving me a like, follow, comment, subscribe. Ring notification bell, all the things, depending on if you're watching me on YouTube or on Twitch. It means a lot, it helps me out a lot. I appreciate it. Alright, now that we've done the obligatory streamer stuff, back to the game. Bunch of glove wart, which will never be useful because I do not intend to do any summons on this playthrough. This is my, for anyone watching, is just now catching me. This is my first, will hopefully be my first actual playthrough. Now I have played the game. I think I'm gonna say halfway-ish. I mean, it's hard to tell, obviously, with a game like this, but I feel like I'm kind of, sort of, at the halfway mark. in another playthrough of mine. Oh, headshot. Rude skeleton. So, as I was saying, I think I'm, like I said, halfway, give or take. That's on my PC, though. This is my first PS5 playthrough. And like I said, I have yet to even make it to the upper part of the game. Altus. So, for anyone watching who was curious, that's my progress with the game. So this, like I said, most of this I've only done maybe one time, if that. And there's going to be lots of stuff that I have not done. So it is a, I guess, blind playthrough's not cool. Whoa, skeleton! Blind playthrough, I guess, is not quite the right word. Semi-blind playthrough, maybe? Yeah, sounds good. We'll go with that. Alright. And more skeletons in here. I remember there being skeletons. This part of the game, Limgrave, is the part that I for sure have done a lot. Sera, Barbera, just giving these scaly boys the beat down. Smash of a lifetime over here. Alright, feel pretty good on items. Got 4 heals and our... Oh, that's right, I don't have the other flask. Excuse me. Let's head on down here. It's smashing time. Ooh. Clever. Oh. Let's go ahead and get a heal off, and hopefully this is the last. Boys, baby. Boys in hyper armor. That's that death route. I vaguely remember what you do with death route. Alright, so that's the catacombs done. We already grabbed the items up through here. Done all that. Not across the road yet, because we don't want to. I believe we freed. I have tried. Okay, so yes, we freed Alexander. So, yeah, let's just head straight to High Road Cave and do it next. Got any heals? Any heals? Any levels we can do? We do. Start pumping strength up. Go ahead. Light it up. I have cranked my brightness to the maximum setting possible. Oh no! Okay. I guess we're committed now. Well, that was simple enough. ran at me in a nice little convenient line there. Wolves go marching one by one. Hurrah, hurrah. Oh! Oh, goodness. Excuse me again. Alright. Let's pay a bit more attention this time. Oh, I about messed that up, it felt like. Just drop. We don't need to... Okay. 2 paths here. Alright. Pretty sure I remember this dungeon. I think this is the annoying bat dungeon. I kind of want to heal, but also feel like it'd be a waste of a heal. Know what I mean? Alright, now I feel good healing. That was convenient how they all just kind of stood there and waited on me to mess them up. Yep, this is the one I remember. And if my memory is correct, this one's very annoying. Yep. That's why it's annoying. All the bats. Map truck spin on me there. Ooh, 2 for 1. Oh, get off me. Thank you. Oh, great axe is a lot of fun. I am liking big, strong bonk weapon. It's gonna be hard. We wait from this. My solo playthrough that I've messed with here and there is a Faith Dex. Like I said, having this big old heavy weapon is it's pretty cool. Come at me. Who's next? Who wants a piece? Oh, these big vertical swings are so nice. Excuse me. Some dead guys here. It's never a good sign. I've actually got to fight one of these things. Now, luckily when you're swinging like I am, oh, there we go. Get staggered for days. I need to get some sort of talisman or something that increases my stagger, because that's nice. Be able to just run in there like that and lock them down. That's the way I came in from. Alright, so we got this path over here. Alrighty, come on down. What we got? Big green door of death. We got anything else? Nope. Oh. This is almost not fair. Get to it. Give me that heart. Alright. Guardian Golem. Guardian gone! See you, kind sir. And that is another one down. Alright. Let's check on stream real quick. Everything is good. It is recording. Looking good, feeling good, doing good. Mark off the high road cave. Not left. We got the death bird, I remember. That guy. Done all through there already. Dungeons over here. Probably mark that so I know I did that. So we have Night Riders. Of course, we got the whole south down here. Let's go ahead and go do Patch's thing. This I do remember. Probably a year since I've been in Limgrave, but I remember this part. Oh! Oh, God! God! Oh! Okay. You know what? Let's just back off a minute here. Okay. Let's go ahead and pull back and oh, the poison wore off. Okay, never mind. Let's go see what our good buddy has for sale. Hello, friend.
Well, nice of you to drop in finally. It's all a bit ad hoc, but I'm sure you'll find something. And welcome to Patch's Emporium.
Looks like I have a mustache.
Because everything's top notch.
Instead of a milk stash, I got a blood stash.
Yeah, I had those bandits make a clean break. Now they're all suppliers, and good ones at that. I mean, they don't understand a word I'm saying, but it hardly matters. We have a natural connection. They're all foot soldiers, survivors of a defeated army, worked to the bone by their high and mighty lord, only to be thrown out with the rubbish. It's the same old story everywhere I go. To hell with it all.
To hell with it all, indeed. That face. Probably the worst incarnation of Patches in Souls game. Has to be his Bloodborne version, though.
Wondering what's inside the treasure chest.
Nightmares.
Well, it's nothing too special. Just something I'm saving as thanks for a very valuable customer. But then again, it would fetch some spectacular coin. And besides, this valuable customer could be a long time coming. Huh? Everything is give and take. Give and take.
Everything is give and take, give and take. Oh, what we got here? Cookbook. Probably gonna want that. Got shackle. Buy that. Okay. We need some of these. Now let's buy the book, which is really about all I got. Cheers for that. Egads, the transporter trap.
Well, well, well. I should have known, you scheming little thief. The gods demand vengeance. Vengeance!
Vengeance! Oh, that's right. I forgot it puts me here. Da-da-da. Let's just quiet like, sneaky. It's one thing I remember is that fighting these bears is awful. Alright. Okay, we got a church up the road. I remember this area mostly. Grab our cookbook. Somewhere, there it is. Ground Slam. I remember Ground Slam. I've seen PvP videos of it. Seems like it's, you know, not awful. Okay, stuff for our custom flask. Don't even have that as an option yet. No point in messing with those. I don't need the health. Oh, Bambi! We'll ride down here and go ahead and grab our grace at least. Do 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 you do 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 do. Hope you like my elevator music. Such a pretty area. I love it. That's where I'm at in my single player, I think. I think I'm in that upper area. I think that's where I was at in my main campaign on PC like a year ago. It's the furthest I've gotten. Which is halfway-ish. That was probably real stupid. Give me Torrent. There we go. Go ahead and grab. I don't want to make any progress down here. I don't want to mess with this area yet. I just want to grab the items that are scattered just around the entrance. Oh God! I promise I'm at least sort of okay at piloting Torrent. Doesn't look that way based on what you're saying, but some glove word again. I'll have to pick a summon and upgrade it just for giggles, but only use it like I want to use on bosses because that's like the whole point of this playthrough is I'm not a very good Souls player. Oh, nice. There's a grace. Okay. Let's head back up because I need to get my grace that's up here. So let's hit the church next. So we'll hit the church. I think there's an item along the beach. Pretty sure that NPC is there. There's another grace somewhere through here. And I guess we'll do this. We'll do this area next. Is what we'll cover. That's a cool looking attack. Can't wait to get some more Ashes of War though. Goodness, excuse me again. What is my, just out of curiosity, what is my block with the axe? I mean, that's not great, but it ain't the worst. Alright, let's head to the church. That knocked out. I don't want to mess with that bear. I want to mess with that bear, but I don't want to mess with that bear. That makes sense. Oh no. Oh, none of those items were even worth me doing that. There. Oh! Is that... Okay, I thought I saw it like right on me. Woo! Bears are terrifying. Alright, so that's the grace I was thinking of. Is that... there? Okay, it's up there. There's graves up there. Let's go up there. Since that'll give me a bunch of runes I can pop. I don't think this plan I'm trying to do is gonna work. I can go up there where that guy is. So that is what I need to do next.
Is anybody there? Someone who might be interested in rescuing the great Kenny servant to the True Order and celebrated repudiator of the false.
Repudiator of the false. Oh god, nope.
Is anybody there?
Kenneth,
Someone who might be interested
buddy,
in rescuing the great
you can tell someone's here because you can hear the intense sounds of combat coming on.
repudiator of the false. Grant me succor.
Grant me succor. Funny part is, if you didn't have subtitles on, or if you didn't know what that word actually means, you might assume he just wants a sucker to come.
Servant to the True Order and celebrated repudiator of the false.
Alright, calm down. Talk.
You've come to lend me your aid, have you?
I have.
That's very kind, but no. The help is very much appreciated, even from a tarnished. Despite appearances, nobility is no prerequisite to serving the True Order. You might have heard of me, Kenneth Height. Next in line is the rightful ruler of Limgrave, young Tarnished. I would have a boon of you.
A
I
boon!
want you to take back my fort. It lies to the south, beyond the Mistwood. A knight commander from Stormveil took it. A fool! And plumb mad to boot. Simply obsessed with blood. What are you waiting for? A kiss goodbye?
Maybe.
My fort lies to the south, beyond the Mistwood.
It's the least you could do.
For me. Oh, I see. You wish to know the reward. Fret not. The great Kenneth Height is known for his considerable largesse.
Your large what?
Celebrations will be lavish indeed upon the dawn of my fort's retrieval.
Calm down there, Kenneth.
Yes. Now, allow me to furnish you with a little advice. I would take great care to avoid Godric's tarnished hunts were I in your shoes. That depraved lot are obsessed with sacrificing tarnished like you for the sake of grafting. Honestly, Godric's nothing more than a jumped-up country bumpkin. Lord? Oh, don't make me laugh. First, he hid himself amongst the womenfolk to flee the capital, then hid from Radahn in that castle. Then he insulted Melania, lost to her in battle, only to lick her boots rather than die like a man. Has he no shame?
So he's a simp.
Big girls
Got it.
blouse? And to think, he's the blood of Godfrey, last of the golden lineage. You almost wouldn't know it to look at him. Yeah, I almost feel sorry for the chap the more I think of it. What are you waiting for? My fort.
Alright, so now that's his dialogue. Alright. Now, we're going to go over here. So I have not fought Melania on any characters, any playthroughs. I have seen her, because one of my favorite YouTubers I love to watch, Prod, big Souls player. If you like, okay, big Souls player. If you like watching people play any of the Souls games, highly recommend him. Does a lot of PvP, does a lot of mods of other Souls games. These, ooh, want all the cookbooks. Like I said, Prod does a lot of Souls games, does a lot of mods, does a lot of PvP. Anyway, I've seen him fight Melania. This feels like a... Oh! Well, that was a swing and a miss. Oh, I remember that. Oh, there's an item. Oh, he's already killed all the... Oh, okay. See, I remember sneaking in here to grab that item, but not... Let's do it. Oh, God! Let's get out of here. This seems like a really bad decision to make. And there's my bug I'm looking for. Come here. There's Sacred Blade. I knew I was missing it somewhere. Nope. Hold on. I don't normally fight that troll. I remember the first time I played this, way back in the day. That troll was like that was a big roadblock for me. That troll, and then the one at the Gatefront Ruins. I didn't realize you could go past it. Nice. There's my flask. Like I said, I didn't realize you could go past that troll, so I banged my head against it for a while. Oh, very nice. What's our options right now? Health. Charge tax. Seems good. Oh, talk to Melina.
Spoken echoes of Queen Marika linger here as well. Shall I share them with you?
I would love for you to share them with me.
Very well. In Marika's own words, my lord, and thy warriors, I divest each of thee of thy grace. With thine eyes dimmed, ye will be driven from the lands between. Ye will wage war in a land afar, where ye will live and die. Well, perhaps that might serve you in lieu of a maiden's guidance.
Perhaps it might.
Shall I turn you? Let my hand rest. Share them with me.
I can't level up yet. Thought I might be able to. Alright, let's go mess with this troll. Oh yeah. We are messing this troll up. Alright, that's the troll. That went much smoother than I anticipated. Alright, we've been up to the artist shack. I don't recall there being anything really of note through all this. There are some items down there, that I do remember. Okay, let's go down to the beach, grab anything that's there, then make our way through the woods. Over the river and through the woods, the Kenneth Heights Fort we go. We must clear the way to save the day, or we will not get his considerable largesse. This looks like it was a waste of time. Not seeing anything of note other than Mr. Crab. Haha. Oh god. Oh no. I got some eggs. Hey, there we go. He counted as a group of enemies, evidently, so I got my flask back. Guard anything? Like some smithing stones, perchance? Smithing stones? Ow. Strip of white flesh. Strip of white flesh is not at all what I wanted or needed. 4. Bears. We ain't messing with bears. Room bears, that is. One of these days, I might be good enough at the game and have good enough stats to fight a rune bear. Today's not that day. I ain't messing with it. Ow. See you. Oh, yes. This is where he is. Our man. Blythe the Half-Wolf. Blythe. That's how you actually pronounce his name. Oh. Let's grab our items. Let's see. There's a bear here. Is there? Again, we don't want to fight. Oh, it's right there. Screw it. Oh. This... If I manage to kill this thing, it will be the first one I've ever killed in this game. Ow. I can't see where I'm at. Oh! Okay. And we got our stuff back. That is actually the first one of them I have ever killed. And I've played this game, like I said, never beat it, but I at least played it since release. Those things are nasty. Uh-oh, looks like our stream has gotten messed up. Are we still going? Stream's highly unstable. Stand by. Okay. What's going on here? We are not dropping frames. We did disconnect just for a brief moment. Poor network connection going on. Okay. Not sure what might be the problem there. Let's give it a moment. See if things calm back down. We have closed everything else that might be happening. Like I said, we're gonna give it a minute. See if we're okay. Stream is still unstable. Our bitrate looks good. All right. Let's reload the stream manager and see if maybe it's just not updated. See if we're back to being live and stable and all that good stuff. Alright, sorry about that, folks. We've reloaded. This would seem to indicate that we are now good again. So, again, my deepest apologies. But, just a quick reminder, if you like the game, like the content, the channel, the stream, all that good stuff, please consider giving me a like, follow, comment, subscribe, ring the notification bell, all that good stuff. So, now that we're back up and running, stream's going again, let's just hop right back into it. Took out Barbera. Apologies, I don't know how to say bear in Spanish yet. If you do know, please tell me in the comments. I'm working on my Spanish, but it is very rough. Oh, that's right. There's a merchant around somewhere. Hey, friends. Ow. Oh, I like that, how I got them both with that backswing. Get out of here. And that's what I was hoping for, was it would count as another group. Ghosty, what you got for me? The demi-humans wax wroth, now their mother's been taken. Where are you, Lord Kenneth? Knight bedeviled by blood. Interesting. A merchant. I see a smoke. There he is. Oh, I'm sorry. But I want the crafting components.
Welcome, dear customer. Yes, right this way. Right this way.
Right this way.
Welcome, valued customer. Please, I'm hungry.
What do you got? Well, you got books. Let's go ahead and buy them. Oh, you have another axe. Let's buy that since we're doing an axe-only playthrough. The more axes, the better. Harry shield. Might want to pick that up. Let's not forget about this guy. In fact, just go ahead and pop all my souls. Sorry, all my runes. Wrong souls game. Let's go ahead and buy all the things I could potentially ever want from him. I start leaving like a check mark or something on my map next to the merchants that I know I don't want anything from. Alright, 9k should be enough to get what I need. I don't care about any of this stuff. Don't care about buying arrows, don't care about sleep arrows. Yeah, we'll go ahead and buy the shields. Alright. Here. It's not really a good marker for this. I guess let's use the same marker I've been using for everything else as my completion marker. Alright. Let's move on. So we had a grace over here. I know there is a beach, and I believe there are some gravestones down this way. So let's hit them, then we will hit our grace, and then we will tackle Kenneth Hyatt's fort. Got down on the beach. Looks like we just got this guy. For a golden rune 1. Got like 100 runes. So was definitely not worth my time coming here. These, however, off me. And done. Bye. Have a wonderful life. Oh, onwards we shall go. Onwards we shall go. Don't touch the turtles because they're dogs. Onward we shall go. Anyone who plays this game, especially online, should understand that one by now. I've really got to get PS Plus back so I can play online. Horrible PvP, but I'd like to have the option, maybe. Let's get our strength up to 30 next. That'll be our next goal. Then endurance to 20 as well. Then vigor, endurance, strength, the only 3 stats we need to put 80 points in this entire playthrough, basically. I'd like to get strength up to 66 would be my final goal. I mean, I could go for 99 eventually, but oh, there's one of those big guys there. Back off. I get them to. I can distract them. This seems like this shouldn't work, but it is, so. Couldn't see. Okay, well, that was messy, chaotic, and not at all handled well, but we won. So let's get into this fort. Oh, that's right, these guys are throwing fire bombs. I'll get to you, rats. I'm more concerned about the guys throwing fire at me. Can't you break these? Can. I mean, don't really serve a purpose, but... Ow. Oh. That nearly caught me in the air. Ow! Rat! Go! Thank you. Got anything going on here? Nope. Got a cookbook, though. Always welcome. Alright, we still got there throwing stuff, right? Yes, we do. And we got a knight. Bloody slash. I remember bloody slash. I don't think I ever used it. Alright, Kenneth. That is your fort reclaimed, so... I'm gonna guess I need to go back and talk to him. Got up here. Got a chest. Cactus medallion. That sounds like a key item. Left half of a split medallion depicting the Erd tree. Brandishing the medallion with both halves conjoined will activate the Grand Lift of Dectus, connecting the Altus Plateau to Liurnia. The right half is said to reside in Fort Feroth in the Dragon Barrow, far to the east. Okay. I remembered that. I think that's where I was at a long time ago in my game. I think I was trying to get to that. Like I said, I've not been to the Altus Plateau. Thought I remembered a smithing stone hidden around there. So, bought out that merchant. I do know what to do with him, at least for this part of the story, so we'll go do that. First, however, let's get this Kenneth storyline complete. Go get my reward. Finish talking to him. Then we'll go do Blythe's storyline, or what we can do of it at this point.
I've been waiting for you with bated breath.
The most baited.
Did you manage to recapture my fort? Oh, excellent news. Just wonderful. And the knight's dead to boot. Well done, my friend. Well done indeed. I knew I was right to trust you. Now, here's your reward, as promised. Go ahead. It's all yours.
Oh boy, howdy. One knife.
Right then. Time for me to head to the fort. I've much to do. First, I'll have to re-establish communication with the demi-humans. What's that look? You don't believe me? Well, under the Erd tree, commingling with the demi-humans is made possible. Even the vulgar shall not be left behind.
I just think his fingers are odd.
Which is why I, Kenneth Height, next in line as the rightful ruler of Limgrave, have sworn to uphold it. Just you watch, my friend. Just you watch.
Especially his pinky. Like it's... Hold on. Let's get away from him so I don't accidentally hit the wrong button. So here's what he looks like, actually, in close view. His pinky just seems really long.
Ah, yes. I've been meaning to ask. Would you like to enter my service? I see bright things in your future, stout warrior. Enter into my service and learn the workings of the Erd Tree's true order. And who knows? Perhaps sometime down the line, the grace of gold will return to those tarnished eyes of yours. What say you? A fine accord, is it not?
Boy, everybody sure does love offering me accords in this game.
Very well indeed. I knew I saw something in you. I shall await you at my fort. We shall hold a ceremony for your knighting there, I think. I see great things ahead of us. We are truly by the Erd Tree blessed. Right then, I've much to do.
Okay, so that's that. Let's go ahead and head back to his fort. Like I said, get his little storyline here behind us. Yeah, Torrent. That's interesting. He said that whole little bit about maybe the golden light come back to us. I was under the assumption it already had. That's the whole reason why we can see the grace on the map. I thought we had covered our I mean, not our grace, but at least we could see the light again. I don't know. Maybe I was wrong on that story bit, but God, that was just seemed unfair to them. Like I was chopping twigs down in the forest.
Ah, you, is it? I suppose you must have seen it by now, yes. The sorry state of my fort? Oh, indeed, it is a foul fate for a land to be without a ruler. One must be found, with haste, and not that awful Godric, but a true and stalwart lord of the proper lineage to take the reins of Limgrave.
He's talking to you, chat.
I'm sorry to have lifted your hopes, but I haven't the authority to raise you to knighthood as things stand.
Can't do it, sorry.
Kenneth Height issues his sincerest apology. But now, I must begin my search post-haste for a true and stalwart lord of the proper lineage to take the reins of Limgrave.
Alright, so that is done. Now we need talk to Calais. Calais.
Always the howl of a wolf in the mistwood. I suppose he must still be skulking about. I know. Why not meet him for yourself? Next time you hear the wolf's howl, make this signal right under the source. Oh, don't fret. There is nothing to fear. I just have an inkling the two of you might hit it off.
Do I have anything I wanted to buy? No. Yeah, because I'm not wearing that chain armor. It's ugly. Alright, it's the same thing. Let's mark him so I know that I don't want to buy anything from this guy. You, however, I do think there's some stuff I want from you, so... Alright, quickest way back to him. Go chat with Blythe. Need to go ahead and... Where is it? There we go. Let's go snap it. Our good friend. Can you hit these? I've never tried. Nah, okay. Wow. 2 swings and 2 misses. Now let's take a wide berth around this in case that wolf is back. Oh, the bear, man, and it's right there. Over here. That wasn't quite where I needed to be. There he is, clipping through the wall.
Who goes there? Carly sent you, did he?
God, he's so tall.
Ever the bloody busybody. Maybe to him you don't seem so strange. The name's Blythe. I'm looking for a man who goes by Darrowell. He fled somewhere nearby. Or so I've heard. Come tell me if you find him before I do. I can offer you ample reward. Darrowell is nothing but a traitor, and in need of a fitting end to his tale. Darrowell is in need.
Alright. Let's go back to him. We'll do this whole little exhaust our dialogue.
Always a... Then you met Blythe, did you? Wonderful. I'm glad I pointed you in his direction. He's boorish, blunt, and couldn't find his nose with both hands. But he's a good egg.
Is he?
I think the two of you are sure to find the best in one another. Goodbye.
Alright. And I do know where his quest is, so we're going to go do it. Get that knocked out of the way. So up the hill we shall go. Where we stop, Darwell knows. Darwall, I think's the actual pronunciation, not Darwall, like I said. It's these weird things. Don't they explode? No, I guess not. There's a version of them that explodes, I'm fairly certain. Into the Evergale. I pronounced that. Gale, Gal, so many different ways before I realized it's just jail. We are going to summon him for this one just because it is part of the story. Again, I will only use summons if it is story related.
Darrow, rotting in a cell is no true justice. No. This is where it ends for you.
Ow. God, Blythe, why am I even here? You are messing him up. Boom! Headshot. We got the Bloodhound's Fang. Cool weapon, not an axe though. Not an axe, so does me no good.
Right. There you are. Had to work for it, but it's done. Don't say I'm not a man of my word. Here's your prize.
Nice.
Oh yes. I should say, if you venture north to Raya Lucaria and come across a venerable blacksmith who's a little on the large side, tell him I sent you, and he'll be sure to treat you right. I owe you one, I reckon. That's enough chit-chat for now. It's time we parted ways.
I don't really know that you owe me one. I mean, I kind of walked in there when you didn't need me, and then you just murdered things for me. Got anything else you want to say about your friend?
Always a pleasure.
Nope, you're done. Alright. Okay. I want to do this chunk. Yeah, because this just comes down on the cliffs, leads back there. There's a cave, supposedly. Oh, no, that's down. That's on the Caelid side. I remember that cave. That's where you get everybody's favorite weapon they hate. Stormveil. Yeah, so we'll go to the Saints Bridge. We're going to cross it. And do this little chunk of land. Just going to ignore this guy. Oh, God. Why? Why did I decide to get involved with this? Ah, I was hoping to get his helmet. I should have left it alone. But I wanted to try. Don't see any items. This is my favorite merchant in this entire game. And that's why. Just enjoy this beautiful, haunting melody for a moment. Very nice. Very nice indeed.
Oh, dear. You might... Do you hear as a cousin?
What have you got? Got a book. Buy the mask. Don't really need these. I'll buy it just because it's limited time and I want to...
I'm afraid of them.
My friend, you offered plenty. You offered me wonderful music. As I was saying that, I don't really care about the mask, but... we're going to buy it just to have it in case we ever decide to change up our armor. Got these poor guys just screaming away, having a bad time up there. See anything down there? Bunch of just a turtle. About down here. I don't remember ever any of my playthroughs actually coming here and looking at this area. I know what down there is. But is there anything in between, around, here, there, everywhere? What we got? Get up top. Don't look like there are any items on either of these. Alright. That was a big... I guess it wasn't as big as I thought it was. There's our next person we're looking for.
There's no mistake, is there? Death has left its mark once again. Ah, a tarnished, are you?
Some crazy looking armor.
I hunt down those who live in death and weed their death root. Heed my warning. The village here has been touched by death, and worse yet, it is home to a mariner. If you value your life, then go no further. The village here has been touched by death. Turn back.
God, that sword. I mean, that armor just in general is just crazy looking, but that sword. Alright. He wants me to heed his warning, go no further. Instead, I'm going to ignore his warning and charge straight down the road into battle. Now, a long time ago, when I first played this, I was able to summon him for this fight. I have not managed to make that happen since. Now, of course, I'm not planning on summoning him anyway, but nonetheless, the point remains. I don't know what the parameters are for being allowed to summon him or not. Or is his summon sign maybe just somewhere I'm not noticing? I don't know. Alright, let's get this thing. Oh. Where'd it go? Oh, this thing's getting jacked up. Alright. Well, that was simple enough. Deathroot Skeletal Militiaman. Oh, I remember the skeleton militiamen. I've used them before. Or smithing stones. I like the stamp upward cut. I would like to get a different Ash of War though. Could swap it out for that silly butt slam. You know, I might do that actually. Dead or nope? Gotta do the thing. So exploring this area got me a single smithing stone. Oh, I've never realized you're here after this.
Another fool who won't listen to reason, eh? But with a prowess for weeding Deathroot. How would you like to earn the strength of beasts? If you're inclined to hunt more of those who live in death and weed their Deathroot, then I'll introduce you to Garank, the beast clergyman. I have a matter of my own to attend to, and the beast himself wishes for someone to take my place. What say you? Very well. Show me your map. I've marked the location for you, of a hidden gateway. It will lead you to Garank, the beast clergyman.
Nice.
I have a matter of my own to attend to. I spotted the mark of the centipede here in the village. An ill-omened symbol that should not be. Someone or something threatens the sanctity of the Golden Order and must be eradicated. What is it? Still milling about? The map indicates where the gateway is hidden. It will lead you to Garank, the beast clergyman.
That symbol? That's just a random weird. That's just a random weird texture thing. Oh, those are. Oh. No, that's an eyeball. Multiply. Whoa. Okay. Yeah, this tree's got eyes all over it. Oh. I've never noticed that before. Do these all have that? Sure enough. Okay, that's... I never realized that before. That was a thing. Oh, gardening thing over here. Really look like it. Yeah, that was pointless. Oh, I know what this is. This is where I get a useful talisman. Turtle friends. Remember, folks, turtles are friends. Don't hurt friends. So this is my oh, axe talisman actually would be good. Actually, I'm gonna go with axe instead of the ring turtle. I do a fair amount of charge attacks, so it seems like that would be a much better investment. Okay, so what now? That's a church. I could go ahead and grab that just to have it. But I'm not going to go that way any further, because that is Kaled. Yeah, you know, we'll do that. Oh, I think this is... That's what I'm thinking. I could have swore there was a smithing stone, too, somewhere in this area. Well, that'd be a neat little spot to do duels. I know we got the dueling coliseums now. That'd be a neat little arena to have there. Some 1v1 fisticuffs. That. So that's directly that way. As off the map is what that is. Church. Hopefully this will have more tiers. Smoldering church. Well, hello.
Forgive me. I've been testing you to determine if the Elden Ring would truly have you. If you had the mettle to endure this long and arduous path. It seems my worries were unfounded.
Obviously.
Torrent had your measure from the very start.
Aw.
Whereas I merely pretended. There is but one other thing I can do to offer you guidance. I can take you to the Round Table Hold, gathering place of tarnished champions, guided by grace.
Not yet. Cookbooks. About. Nope, don't look like we're getting tiers. Only reason I don't want to go yet is I don't want to interrupt what I'm already doing. Alright. Let's go grab that and go meet this Gorank. Oh, wow, stream quality took a dip. So sorry. I do not understand why this is happening at all. Says I'm excellent. Says we have a good bit rate. But, I mean, I'm looking at it. It looks rough right now. Actually, you know what? I want... that might actually be my, Yeah, I think that's my thing, actually, not you all. I think it's my stream manager that looks rough, not the actual stream. Let's reload this real quick and double check. Sorry, I don't know why my stream manager's going wonky on me tonight. Yeah, no, stream's unstable. Oh, it's highly annoying. I am so sorry, folks. Poor network connection. Shouldn't be, but clearly there is. We're gonna hang out just for a minute and just wait and see if this fixes itself. If not, we're gonna have to call it early. Again, I do apologize. Yeah, folks, again, I'm so sorry. I'm not sure what's going on, but I'm not going to subject you all to a bad stream. It's also got a fair bit of lag going on. So we're going to go ahead and just stop it here. This is highly unfortunate. Hopefully when this goes up on YouTube, it looks better. It doesn't have this issue. I don't know. But folks, again, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Love all of y'all. It means the world to me. If you like what you saw, please consider giving me a like, follow, comment, subscribe, ring notification bell, all that good stuff. Like I said, hopefully I get whatever issue I'm having sorted out soon. But again, thank you so much. Have a wonderful night. I will catch you next time.